All right. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jets Afterburners podcast. This is a very special episode. We don't normally do Monday night shows, but we had to hop on tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have set a goal. When we started this back in February, when I had to sit there and I had to dig and pry NYJD out of the grave, I got him back out. And ladies and gentlemen, we set a goal for ourselves. We didn't announce it all the time. But 1 week, 7 days exactly before the 2024 season starts, before we have this epic season, we finally hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And we couldn't have done it without you. So we just wanted to do a show tonight, just thanking you guys, thanking the people. Before we get into all of that, NYJD, Dan, how you doing, my friend?
Dude, 1 week from now, man. 1 week from now, big things are on the horizon. But before we even get into that, huge thanks to everyone, all 1,000 of you and many more to come. You guys have made this possible. We're growing. We're getting a lot of guests and whatnot, trying to bring as best of our content to you. So if you guys have any ideas or whatnot, bring it out there. We're always open to suggestions. This is just the beginning. We're going to get our ring this year. This is something special. And we have news here. Just giving you guys a heads up. We have no sources or anything of that nature, but we got to start using common sense. Hassan Reddick will be in action next Monday night. And you're like, if you have no sources, how are you just talking out of your ass? These people are businessmen. He knows for a fact that he has never played on a defense this good where he can cash in. He can't miss a game. He can't, because he knows with a defense like this, he can garner at least 16 to 18 sacks, meaning in the year 2025, he is going to have everything into his favor, getting that one last big-time contract. If he comes in week 3, week 4, that's it. He screwed himself. These people will always put money first above everything. I'm telling you guys, even the guy from Kansas City did it. What's his name again? You know his name. He didn't miss no time at all. No time missed. Hassan Reddick, things that are going against him, it's his age. But with that being said, he still performs at a high level. He wants that bag. No one's going to give it to him until he starts playing for the New York Jets. He will be in uniform. He will be 100% next Monday night. He's going to be a Jet. I mean, all of us, they're like, oh, man, why isn't he in camp, training camp? Man, before you know it, when he sacks Brock Purdy, which just my good friend Liam can tell you, Purdy has nightmares. He still thinks of the NFC Championship game in Philly. Reddick has his number. Reddick can't wait to play for the New York Jets. In my opinion, humble opinion, the numbers are close. Joe Douglas is playing this very well. Very well. Hassan Reddick will be donning green and white next Monday night. Let's roll. Let's get this Super Bowl going, because he brings up an incredible dynamic to this already stellar defense. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I do have a little bit of weariness. I am a little worried that maybe he just won't show up. Now, we had Connor Hughes on a couple weeks ago, and the reports were that he's the kind of guy that is willing to sit out Hassan Reddick. He's willing to be petty. He's willing to be stubborn if he has to. But we've seen this time and time again, like you said, with Chris Jones around the NFL. They all stomp their feet until it's game time and it's real. Like, yeah, now are you really going to sit out week 1 when it really matters? Like, this, it counts now. It's not OTAs. It's not mandatory minicamp. Hell, it's not even training camp. You can miss all the preseason games you want, everything. But now you're going to start missing games. No team is going to want to touch you with a 10-foot pole. I mean, we did it a couple years ago at Le'Veon Bell, but it's us. You know, we also trade a holdout. It's no other team is doing that. The Steelers aren't calling saying, "Hey, what's up with Hassan Reddick? Can you get him in the building?" Not happening.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
I'm kind of adopting the whole motto of like, I'll believe it when I see it, kind of. Like I'm starting to get to that age where like I'm hurting as a Jets fan now, you know. I get why guys like yourself, like guys like my father, like are very hesitant. So I'll believe it when he shows up. I can see a situation where maybe he misses week 1 and then maybe shows up. I don't know. I don't know how stubborn he is because we don't know much about the guy. But the fact that it's getting ugly where Joe Douglas is doing press conferences, 20 minutes of just answering all these questions that we have. I think that he's getting a little bit nervous too, to be quite honest.
Really?
Joe Douglas, he's not one to really shake his hand in that sense. Like, he's more of like a behind the scenes kind of guy where he just gets it done. Or it doesn't get done, you know, like not to sound like an idiot there, but it either happens or it doesn't happen. He's going out, he's making this public. As soon as Hassan Reddick and his agent start posting videos of him working out, that's when Joe Douglas does his press conference and be like, "Hey, listen, like, you know, we told him if you show up to the building, we're willing to talk contract." But I don't see him sitting out a whole year. I think that's a little nuts. I don't think that he could afford to lose all of that money because that's a big chunk of change.
It is. Again, all these players, yes, you would think that they all have financial advisors. No, they don't. You know, it's what is it? Day 41, 43, something along those lines, which Samini completely always kind of brings up at Twitter, right?
Yep.
He's missing time. Missing time means cha-ching. There's something going on with that bank account. He does not like that. But it's not only him, it's all NFL players. They look to the future as well. Yes, they want to get paid right now, but they see it. They're like, you know what? What about 2025? What if there's maybe some incentive in this year leading up to next year? Joe Douglas, listen, what do you want? Where can we meet? 15 million a year. Okay. Now, if I come week 1, Monday night, and I play all these games and I get to 18 to 20 sacks, are you willing to incentivize me? Are you willing? I think that's where they're at that impasse because Joe Douglas knows that Reddick can do this. He can get to 18 sacks. He can get it because this defense is special, man. And again, this isn't green color glasses. You got the best cornerback in the league in Sauce. And opposite him, you got another stud, man, in Reed. The line itself already gets after the quarterback. Yeah, we do miss Huff. But again, kind of a homer there, right? With Huff. You know, he got all those sacks. Was it because he was special, he was ascending, or was it against inferior competition? Reddick has done it year in, year out. He has had his 12 sacks, his 16 sacks. So he's done it. I think they're so close, Liam. I think they're to the point where they're going to get this thing done maybe before Sunday. Probably even Monday morning, you're going to see it on the headlines. Hassan Reddick signs with the Jets. And the defense is saying everything that they're saying correctly. There's no animosity. There's no negativity. There's nothing like that. There's nothing there. We're going to play with the players that we have in the locker room. Haasan Reddick is working out. And those are one of those plug and play players. They're going to get after the quarterback. Just kind of Bill Cowher's mantra, right? What he said to Greg Lloyd, just sack the quarterback. That's all we need. We need that kind of dynamic player. Guys, let's not fool ourselves here. We need Haasan Reddick to get to that next level defense. What do I mean by that? Takeaways, strip sacks, interceptions for touchdowns. This defense, now that Aaron Rodgers is back, it's not just, all right, you know what? Our hands are clean. We're just going to, 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs. No, we're expecting the defense to get to that next level. And Haasan Reddick brings that to this equation right here. Let's not look at it as, you know what? We can win without him. Oh, whatever. I don't look at it like that. We traded for him. He needs to be here, and he will be here when it's all said and done, week 1.
I think the only way that at this point that you could get the contract done to save kind of like the Jets' ass a little bit is to incentivize it. You have to incentivize the hell out of this deal. We don't know what he is right now. I mean, we know what he is. We know what we traded for, but we haven't seen him since April when we traded for him. He came to the building one time, and I actually have the only picture of him in one Jets drive.
He looks good. He looks good in that.
He's very handsome. Very handsome.
Look at that. Look at that.
Clean shave, very sharp beard.
I'm telling you, he's going to look good hoisting a Lombardi trophy for the New York Jets in February.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% he is. And I'm not at the point where, like, obviously he's a better player. I don't think the Jets are extremely worse without him. But I also don't want to find out what Will McDonald is. I don't want to have to find out what these guys are in an all-in year. I don't want to have to do it. We know what Jermaine Johnson is, and I think Jermaine Johnson can be just fine. And if anything, like, it's just going to open up a bigger case on if Reddick doesn't play. I think this is just going to open up a bigger case on why he's going to get that monster contract extension too. But like you said, we traded for him. We went all in for him. This is an all-in year. Get to camp, dude. Get in the building. Get it done. There's a lot of reports saying that he might show up tomorrow.
Telling you,
I would, to me, that's ideal.
Telling
I mean, the sooner, obviously, he gets in the building, the better. Yeah. At least get like a couple days under your belt because they're going to travel to San Francisco. I don't know, probably Saturday. I would imagine maybe they do that. Maybe Friday and get a day in a practice there. I don't know, but in my opinion, yeah, you have to incentivize it because we don't know what he is, and that's the only way that we can save ourselves from this becoming an unmitigated disaster. Right. This really can become a disaster on the Jets end if he's not in football shape. If he does show up, and we get 4 or 5 sacks out of him this year, right? That would be. Because in history, we're going to look back and say that was a complete bust. We traded for a bust. He's getting older too, dude. He's 30 years old. He's going to be 30 years old. I would incentivize it, and just add it on as it goes on. If you get 5 sacks, we'll give you, I don't know, an extra $1 million. You get 10 sacks, we'll give you $3 million. You get 15 sacks, we'll give you an extra $20 million. Because at that point, it's going to be worth it. If you're knocking a quarterback on their butt 15 times in one season, I have no problem paying you. Because at that point, you're a game changer. You're a game wrecker. Right. But one of the things that is saving us is we are fairly deep at that position. We have Will McDonald, who I don't think is going to be terrible. Going into year 2, he's a first-round draft pick. I expect a lot out of him. Right. You could jump over all the Priuses you want. I really don't care. Can you jump over a 6'7", 350-pound offensive lineman? And can you knock the quarterback down? Every quarterback throws the same when they're on their back, dude. I don't care if you're Brock Purdy. I don't care if you're Pat Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Matt Stafford. I don't care who you are. Even Aaron Rodgers. Every quarterback throws the same when they're on their back. Right. Find a way to get to the quarterback. And it's not like Haasan Reddick is like the only piece on our defensive line. We got Quinnen Williams, dude. We got players. Kinlaw, Solomon Thomas. They're not great players, like in the sense that if you look at Kinlaw and if you look at Solomon Thomas as the first-round pick, yeah, they're not worth that. And that's what they were. But if you look at it as, yeah, they're like a second, third-round pick, then like, yeah, that's a steal. That's a home run. And every year they are getting better. And that is what Robert Saleh and Jeff Ulbrich specialize in, that defensive line, that defensive rotation that we don't like at times. We're seeing it pay off now.
Right.
Myself included, I'm sure you were in the same boat as a lot of us were. 2022, we wanted Jeff Ulbrich fired.
Yep.
Now he's looking at as a head coaching candidate around the league.
He will be next year.
Yes, he will. So we have Jermaine Johnson, like I said, that he could get to the quarterback. You have Will McDonald, who's a first-round pick. He could also get to the quarterback. He has to prove it. He has that spin move, but he has to continue to work and develop his craft. Sharpen the pencil, as my coach used to say. You got to keep sharpening that pencil.
That's it.
Haasan Reddick coming in. That three-headed monster right there. Dude. Goosebumps.
Wow. Goosebumps.
Haasan Reddick, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald. And you got some of these younger cats, too. Some of these undrafted kids.
Then you got Tack McKinley. Another kid.
Another former first-round pick. And that's the way you got to look at it. Don't look at him as first-round picks anymore. I mean, I brought it up, but, you can't really look at him like that anymore because, Zach Wilson was a first-round pick. Picks don't matter. Right. It's just where you got drafted. But you know what? They became reclamation projects that we actually fixed. Mm-hmm. Same thing could be said for Quincy Williams.
Yep.
Now, another good thing about this whole situation, at least going into week 1, is Trent Williams for the 49ers is still holding out.
Right.
Leonard Floyd, the guy that hurt Aaron Rodgers last year, I don't think he'll be playing week 1. He actually has a serious ankle injury, I believe it is. Right. He was carted off the field during a preseason game.
Lining up, man. It's all lining up. I mean, we don't wish ill will on anyone, but it's lining up. I mean, dude, no one cares when Rodgers went down, right?
No one cares. Right. He's probably right in this situation.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
yes, exactly.
You're 100% right, though, man. Nobody cared. Everyone, it was ha Jazz. Oh my God, look, you guys traded for a 40-year-old quarterback on the decline. He's getting hurt. But you know what? At least with the 49ers, at least to my knowledge, I'm not this big 49ers expert. I'm trying to get a 49ers expert in to call in sometime this week. So gonna try to make that happen, a little behind the scenes curtain there. But it's Trent Williams and then a significant drop off.
Huge drop off. It's
not Trent Williams, first round draft pick, reclamation project that actually worked out. Mm-hmm. So that it's a huge bonus for us. It's a huge leg up for us. And like you said, I mean, I do believe at some point Reddick will be here. I mean, like I said, I'm a little nervous. I want to see it happen. Like once I see it, I'll be so relieved.
Like, what does he want? He wants $24 million, right?
Would you give him that if he says $24 million or I'm not playing? Are you giving it to him? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not. I'm
going to play Joe Douglas here. I'm going to play Joe Douglas.
All right, shave your head, eat some donuts.
No, I don't even have to shave it. It falls off on its own. My whole thing is Joe Douglas, and I think he's probably looking at it the same way. He's looking at it from a vantage point of where the Eagles didn't want to do it. Again, I'm going to bring it back again, incentives. The Eagles, they couldn't care less if Reddick had 16 or 18 sacks. That's your position. The Jets traded for Haasan. As of right now, most likely, Joe Douglas is willing to give him between probably 12 or 14 million right off the bat, guaranteed. Now, as the season goes on, that's where the incentives go in. That's why he cannot miss any time. So in the event he gets to 12 sacks, he made his money, right? He made his 12 mil, whatever the case is. He gets to 16. Maybe that jumps up by 5-6 million. At that point, you're at 18 million. Right? All these contracts, there's a lot of verbiage in there that you could fit under the cap. And one thing that's very important to keep in mind, and this is where you're going to hear when Haasan Reddick is about to sign, Quinnen Williams, once he restructures his deal, you know for a fact that Reddick is walking through that door. Reddick, I'm still not done. He gets to 18 sacks. That goes up to 20 million. If he gets to 20 sacks, there's your 24 million. So to answer your question, if I would give him the money that he wants right now, it's a two-parter. No right up front, but yes, if you get to 20 sacks, to the point where you might think I'm crazy, he might be to the point where he could actually bring that sack record back to the New York Jets,
Yep.
in which it belonged to Gastineau. And then Brett Favre, the nice guy that he is, kind of like put it on a platter for Strahan. At least when it comes back to the New York Jets with Haasan Reddick with his 22, 23 sacks, it's not hyperbole, folks. This is a defense that is legitimate, that has had no quarterback play to help them, yet they pin their ears back and they go right at the quarterback. Now, case in point, Jermaine Johnson, a guy coming into his own in his third season. Will McDonald, a kid that a lot of people are like, it is what it is. You know, they kind of reached. A young kid who is learning from JJ, and imagine what he could learn game-wise with Haasan Reddick. Like you said, that three-headed monster. Then you have these other undrafted free agents. McGregor, dude, that guy's a criminal, man. I love that guy. Again, give him these veterans to learn from. And to me, with Reddick, once he sees that on paper, that he can make that money, he's going to sign on the dotted line. And right next to him is going to be Quinnen Williams. He's going to be like, all right, let's get this going. Let's get this chip. Let's get your money. And let's roll. Monday night, we're getting out of San Francisco 1-0, folks. Forget about thinking of the same old Jets. Get this out of your head. We just want to be competitive. Those days are gone. I'm done with that. As a Jets fan, I want to watch the game Monday night, pull the game out and win. Start the game 1-0. It's just, I'm sorry for going on a rant here, but I just don't understand. We wait all off season. Free agency, the draft, we're hype. Then it's getting close, and then I'm hearing in these spaces all these excuses. I don't know if we're going to do it. I mean, the Niners are a great team, and I mean, as long as we go there and we show that we can hang with them. We got freaking Aaron Rodgers, man. A solidified offensive line. We got enormous weapons everywhere around them. Let's not forget Breece Hall back there. Braylon Allen, another kid. Yep. I'm looking at this right here as a game that can catapult the Jets to a 5-0 start. Because after the Niners, as long as Aaron Rodgers is healthy, you got Reddick back there. I mean, causing havoc on the opposing quarterbacks and letting Sauce do his thing. And I'm expecting Sauce to have at least 5 interceptions, 2 of them for touchdowns. And you guys might think I'm going crazy, but this is what it's all about. I'm so ready for this season. Ready.
Hell yeah. Right before we bring Ephraim on, there's somebody else that I want to talk about that we haven't mentioned tonight. And that's Michael Clemens, dude. Another defensive end.
Right.
We didn't even mention him. So that's 4 guys right there. And then you got Eric Watts. You got Tack McKinley. You got McGregor. We are stacked at the defensive end position.
Leonard Taylor,
yep. Like, there's so many guys, like, I'm forgetting names.
Yep.
So, right now, like, as it stands, like I said, I don't think the Jets are significantly worse without Haasan Reddick. They are 100 times better with Haasan Reddick. And here's where Michael Clemens gets interesting. I was extremely high on him when we drafted him. When we drafted him, they, like, right after they interviewed him, they said, like, what'd you do? You know, they were like, everybody has, like, this big draft celebration. I mean, we saw Jeremy Ruckert with his family and his father, you know, half in the bag going, you know, acting like our fathers would. Mm-hmm. And we saw all these extravagant celebrations. He said, I sat in my room in the dark and dreamed about hurting quarterbacks.
Wow.
And right there, I was sold, dude. I was sold.
That's my Green Mile guy.
Yeah. And then he yes. And then he comes into when Jets drive with a baseball bat. And then next year, I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be like Mick Foley. He's going to come in like with a barbed wire baseball bat and he's going to set it on fire.
Can't wait.
Dude, the guy is jacked to the gills, man. And has he been a little bit of a disappointment so far? Yeah, I would say so, you know, but he's saying F you, F you, F you to all the Cleveland Browns fans and like all these fans, man. He has so much to prove. and he is a freak of nature. Where Robert Saleh said, yeah, maybe putting the weight on wasn't a great idea. So maybe he started to take some of it off. But at the same time, he has so much to prove. Where we were saying that he was possibly a cut candidate. And this guy's psycho. He's lost in the head.
I love that.
He's messed up in the head.
It's a great attribute.
So this is some guy that doesn't care. He'll kill you. He doesn't care.
Yep.
He will freaking murder you.
He sleeps in a bunk bed top with the straitjacket. He's my kind of guy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So with him being there, with so much to prove, with his career on the line, you don't think he's going to want to have a breakout season too?
He will be.
Dude, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait for all these defensive ends, man. This defensive line is going to be full of studs. Yeah, it sucks that we lost JFN. Yeah, it sucks that we lost Quentin Jefferson. You know, like, it sucks. But at the same time, I think that it's just going to keep replenishing itself. We got new young blood in there. You ready to bring some callers on?
Let's do it. Let's bring it on.
Afram, he is actually the Let's Talk Jets contract guy in a way. He's the numbers guy.
I ain't got no numbers for you.
I love this.
So I feel honored that you came to us, man. Welcome back,
thank you for having me.
What's going on, Afram?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Excited, my man. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm excited too, but I don't, you're a little bit more optimistic than I am as far as Reddick.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Until I see him there, I don't know what's going on. I don't, like they've been sticking to their guns until he shows up. They're not talking.
It's money, man. It's money. It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
What I mean by bound to happen, it's week one. That he's going to lose so much leverage when he misses it, but he's not. And I'm sorry, but we've seen this in the past. Unless you're Emmitt Smith, like when Emmitt Smith held out for just 2 weeks, he knew his position in the NFL as an employee. Reddick is not Emmitt Smith level. He's very good at his craft, but he cannot ill afford to miss regular season games where, again, he plays in the preseason, he gets 5 sacks, and it's worthless. There's no stats. Week one, he starts tallying them up. And again, a lot of people might say, he's not a team player. You know what? Get that out of your heads, guys, that he's not a team player. Money talks. That's what it's all about. It's all about not only the green that they don here, it's the green that they have in the checking accounts. Yep. Once they come to an agreement, which is very close, it's very close, guys. And again, this is all patterns. It's all patterns. It's going to happen because he cannot, there's no way that he's going to allow week one to come and go. It's not happening. He's playing week one.
I hope so. Because that's $750,000 he forfeits for each game. That's quite a bit of money. But
that's a lot.
There's some people have said that when he has his head like that, he'll miss the games. He just, I don't think I don't know what agent would offer that kind of advice to skip the training camp. He could have just like Ayuk, just sit there and get on the bike. I'm there. You still got to pay me, but he didn't show up. So it's one of those we don't know. We hope he comes in, but we'll wait and see. We don't, like Liam said, we don't know what kind of shape he's in or anything like that. Does he know the scheme? So
he's been known in the past, like some people got pissed off saying that he would abandon plays to go for sacks. I don't care about that. If that should be his only job. I don't need, coverage here and block this. No, get to the quarterback. So with that question, I have a question for you. What is your level of concern of him not being there week one? On 1 to 10.
The defense is playing exceptionally well, but that's practice. Let's see what happens in a real game. Just like anything else, even the offense, let's see what happens in a real game. My concern is that they let Purdy beat them on the short passes because I don't think they're going to go deep on us. So they're going to probably try to pick on the linebackers or the short coverage.
You mean our all pro linebackers? Those guys? Quincy
Yeah.
Williams, DJ
I
Mosley.
mean, still,
those guys.
they got fast wide receivers. They got fast guys.
They
Also,
do.
they got the McCaffrey too. He's good out of on the pass.
But not only with that though, and just I want to send my prayers out to Ricky Pearsall, who I won't be playing, and that's got to be a big blow. So just really wanted to give my shout outs to him and hope he's doing all right.
Crazy.
It's definitely a big it's crazy, man. He got robbed over a Rolex. So
yeah. And did you see the other day Johnny Goodrow and his brother?
Yeah, that's another.
Both get killed at night, riding their bikes like a drunk driver.
Going to their sister's wedding, no less.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Very sad, man.
Yeah, very sad. It's just you don't know. You just. But hey, that's a good point, Armand. That's a good point.
Yeah, they're tight ends. I mean, they do have a good tight end.
They got to put pressure.
But hold on one second. To Armand's point, right? Kittle will eat the linebackers alive. All right. Now it's time for Salah to put up. Enough of this nonsense. That it's passive now. Yes, Kittle is a great tight end. He does this. All these linebackers, they can't cover him. Salah has to start going into the defensive meetings and start game planning with Ulbrich. Like, enough of the days of where we're just giving a pass to Salah just because he runs up and down the stairs. Start running your defense alongside with Salah. Devise game plans. Blitzing. Start blitzing more.
He doesn't.
You know
blitz,
what I mean?
That's his thing. He doesn't blitz.
It's time. He knows this is it.
He's a selective blitzer. Blitzer.
But again, he knows that this is his last chance. All of us, many of us have given hope on Salah. But believe it or not, I think the common denominator for all of us Jet fans is that we're pulling for the guy. We want Salah to change, to at least say, all right, you know what? Start holding people accountable. Change that. Just detail it. Just work on the details. And this defense can go from top 5 to top 3. And again, I'm sorry, what will help Salah is having Hassan Reddick in the room. Let's bring on Vinny.
Vinny.
What's up, my man?
Where is he? Pop in, Vinny.
He's there. Can you hear us, Vinny?
Vinny is having technical problems here.
Yourself. There he is.
Vinny, you there?
There you go. You're moving now. You're choppy.
He looks like he's sleeping.
Oh, man.
Vinny.
He completely Reddicked us.
He Reddicked us. He showed up.
At least he showed up.
Well, he showed up. Reddick showed up one day and then he left.
He showed up and said, I'm going to be there day one, and he didn't. So,
well, another player that I want to talk about as well is one of our first 4, draft picks. Was it 3 years ago? You had Garrett Wilson, Sauce, JJ, and Breece Hall. We have to start thinking, even though it's week 1, we have to start thinking about the future as well. How are we going to sign these players? I think the odd man out is going to be Breece Hall. So I think Joe Douglas knows this as well. This team is going to be very run heavy, very. And I wouldn't be surprised if they run Breece to the ground, man. They literally can do that.
Well, go ahead. Finish your slide.
I'm thinking, honestly, these next 2 years, that him averaging 1,200 yards is very conceivable. So you have him at 1,200 yards. Now it's time to pay him in 2025 after that. You can't, because now you're placing so much funds into Sauce, who you're not going to let go, into Garrett Wilson. There's no way, no chance in hell. Then it becomes, what do you do with Jermaine Johnson if he continues this trajectory of 10 sacks, 12 sacks? Do you let him go? How do you fit him in? And let's say you get all 3. You can't fit Breece in here as much as we all love him. We can't. Now he gets to 1,200 yards for 2 straight seasons. Do you franchise him? Do you trade him? But leading up to that point in the year 2024, you can't have him on a pitch count. It's time for him to earn that paycheck, the one that he's going to want, the one that he's going to break out. Run him to the ground, man. Utilize him. Use his talents just the way how
Herman Edwards did to Curtis Martin. Run him. Just run him and utilize his young talent. Do it. And before you know it, he's going to reap dividends with that.
Dan,
that
we have a hold in on our channel, our backup co-host.
I'm doing a hold in. I'm not coming on the show until wow.
right?
Hey, Armand. Holy smokes.
He's our backup. We have no backup. Dude, you better not break your knee again. I better not get hurt. This could be bad. This could be bad.
Sean,
He'll never leave.
I agree with this. Breece
leave.
Hall will absolutely be strong this year, without a doubt. Keep feeding him the ball. Keep feeding him the ball. If it's a game that, he's just averaging 4.3 yards a carry, don't stop. And I think that's where Aaron Rodgers comes into the equation. Hackett might say, all right, you know what? Let's throw a deep ball here. Rodgers will override him and say, nope, we're going to keep feeding Breece the ball. What's up, Vinny? Are you there?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
By the way, before I begin, Dan, Liam, big congratulations on hitting 1,000. That's awesome, guys.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Man, you're a big part of it too, man. You've been supporting us for a while now, man.
Oh, yeah. I go back to the Everything NYJ days. Not that was that long ago.
No. Feels so much longer than it was. It was nice. We had Italy Jet back on last week, actually. He was our last guest.
Mm-hmm.
I did see that. I tuned in on the next day on the playback.
Nice. Appreciate that.
So what are your thoughts, man?
Is Reddick coming or not?
Yep.
What do you think?
No, not week 1. I think he's going to show up at some point during the year, before Columbus Day. I think the Niner game is going to be very telling on how we perform defensively. If we can get to Purdy, if we can win the game, whether or not, he shows up or when he shows up. If we get zero pressure on him, that's going to put more pressure on JD, obviously. But if we knock him senseless for 3.5 quarters and win the game on the field, I think then the pressure goes back to him.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
I mean, if he does show up by Indigenous Peoples Day, I think he would be doing himself a disservice because he would be missing a lot of time. And that's time. That's money. That is money, man. There's no way. I don't see it. Come on, man. We've been in this boat before as just NFL fans. What 30 or 31-year-old will ever put himself in that position? And I get it what Connor Hughes said on the show, was it 2 weeks ago, where he's one of those players where he might just sit out there. Yo, man, money controls these people. And when they see, all right, you know what? Joe Douglas just came with this offer of incentives. I could reach these benchmarks. Why? Because I've done it in the past. I've reached 16.5 sacks. I did it with crappier defenses. With this one, I can get to 16 sacks probably by week 11.
And you got to think that him holding out only hurts himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the defense balls out, then he loses all leverage. He doesn't have any leverage now.
Well, I
We've
think
been
all eyes are going to be on Monday night on Will McDonald and see whether or not he lives up to that first-round caliber talent that they made him out to be.
That's what I'm saying. He could jump over all the Priuses he wants. I don't care. Go out there, be the first-round draft pick that we drafted. Go disrupt games. That's what we're paying you to do. Go be disruptor. Jermaine Johnson, same thing, man. I think he's going to take a fucking. Excuse me.
Wow, week 1 is around the corner.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
What are you worried about? This one saying Indigenous Day, cursing is not a big deal after that.
It cancels each other out.
Listen, when they wrote the schedule out, when it first came out, we were opening at the 49ers, Monday Night Football. Everybody immediately made this game a loss. I mean, the Niners aren't without their own issues. McCaffrey's entering this game, and he's going to be very sore.
That's right.
There's a very good possibility that Trent Williams doesn't play this game, which bodes huge for the Jets defensively. And then, unfortunately for the Niners with the whole Ricky Pearsall situation, very unfortunate, not going to dismiss that. With that being said, that's a typical Jet thing to happen. So with that being said, you know what? It happens.
Well,
They got to.
at
They
one
got to figure out a way
point-
to deal with it.
At one point in Jet history, it was a Giant thing, and then we traded for him, Plexico
Yes,
Burris, years
Plexico.
ago. Yeah, so it kind of is a Jet thing. We've been there, done that.
Well, jumping over Priuses, man, dude. I mean, you give me a couple of old fashions, man.
Did you see Sauce's Cybertruck?
No,
Oh my god.
Sauce bought a Cybertruck for his birthday.
did he jump over it?
Not yet. No, not yet.
He
Does he
doesn't have to.
slide
He's
under
proving
it?
himself on the field.
He slid under it. Throw some AA batteries in there, and he was good to go.
Armand brings up Liam with the F-bomb. Sala will look at the tape and decide on what fine it will be.
Yeah,
Holding content creators accountable.
he has
Now-
receipts now.
So
Hey, listen, if that's all he sees that I've said about Saul over the last 3 years, I'll take it.
I mean, look, man, was it next week at this time? Let's start making predictions. At this point, I see a very tight game going into the fourth quarter. I'm looking at probably 28-14 Jets going into the
Really?
fourth quarter. Going into the fourth quarter. Yes, because Vinny, come on, man. Let's be real here. This defense, we can't look at it and say that it's just our perspective as Jet fans. I think the entire NFL sees what kind of elite defense we have. And again, I keep bringing this guy into the equation, even though he hasn't even stepped foot this training camp. You put him against that offensive line without Trent Williams, you might even start off the season with 3 sacks with Haasan Reddick. 3 sacks right off the bat. Going into the fourth quarter, 28-14. And then let the chips fall where they may, right? And where they may is winning the game. Vinny, all 4 of us, we have been in this boat. Going into the fourth quarter, we got a lead against a really good team, this and that. And all of a sudden, we lose, 31-28. At least we played okay. Not if we're looking at a Super Bowl. I get it. We'll lose a game here and there this season. We're the Jets, right? So, of course, we're going to lose a game that we shouldn't lose. But we'll also win a game that we might say, shoot, we might have not won that in the past. And I think this is that game right here.
I have, with us going down into the fourth quarter, we're going to go into the fourth quarter down 20-14. And I think the Jets win 21-20. As you know what the NFL likes, they like comeback stories. The NFL's a soap opera, and I'm big on conspiracy theories myself. This shit, is, to an extent, is fixed. So that's what the NFL really wants. They want to see, Aaron Rodgers get his revenge in the end. Not just on the NFL with coming back from the ACL and everything with Egypt, but don't forget the whole thing of the Niners passing up on him when he went into the 05 draft.
I hope
That's
so.
one. What's
I
up,
see
Apple?
17-14.
Final?
I was saying the Jets, but I'm just saying it's a low-scoring game. I just think the teams in the beginning are going to be a little bit rusty, and I think the defenses will dominate over both offenses. So it'll be a
Now,
tight game.
You
Two
think this could be a
completely-
Super Bowl preview?
I think so. Yes.
Mm-mm. No.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't
I
know.
don't see it. No.
I don't know.
Who else?
I don't
Who
know.
else in the NFC?
Green Bay.
The Lions?
I just see them always
yeah.
having lately injuries late that cost them.
I'm just going along the same lines as Vinny, that since this shit is all fixed, then it's going to be Aaron Rodgers versus the Green Bay.
To an extent, it's fixed. To
You
an
can't
extent,
get
it
any
is
more than
fixed.
that extent.
Vinny, what happened? You got rid of it?
Let's just say I've been married a long time and I like hot meals.
Okay,
at
end of
night.
story. End of story.
I like hot meals.
I get it. Get
There's
it.
always the microwave.
It's not the same though.
No,
It warms it up. I mean, that's the best you can.
I'm not that lonely.
No.
Now,
What do you
with that, go ahead.
What are you guys expecting, like legitimate, from Aaron Rodgers? I mean, he has not played in way over a year. Like, I mean, beyond 4 plays. What are you guys expecting week 1? Do you guys see a 300-yard performance, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, no interception? I mean, he doesn't turn the ball over. or is it run heavy where the majority of that pressure is kind of off of him?
See, this is kind of what I wanted to touch on a couple minutes ago. Now, completely different team, the 23 Jets compared to the 2024 Jets. But that first drive, the first 3 plays, well, I guess even the first 4 plays, he didn't look great. He really didn't, dude. And I'm hoping that he kind of settles down now. Like, yes, it's not MetLife, but he's used to his new team. He's kind of used to MetLife. He's kind of used to not being in Green Bay. He's another year familiar with Breeze, another year familiar with Garrett. He has Alan Lazard, which anything from Alan Lazard's a plus at this point. Malachi Corley, Mike Williams will be playing week 1. Like you said, though, I'm expecting just kind of, I'm not expecting 300 yards. I'm thinking maybe 215, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. You know, that's like average. I think it's going to be.
Game.
I think it's going to be a very run-heavy game. And that's kind of what the people want to see in this script that we talk about. It's Breece Hall versus Christian McCaffrey. Now, right now, Breece Hall is healthier than Christian McCaffrey, who's dealing with an ankle sprain, I believe it is. He'll be out there playing, but like
he's gonna play. He'll be fine. But I mean, you have to expect for a guy that hasn't played, a real full game in 2 seasons, there's gonna be rust anticipated that he's gonna shake off. It's gonna take a while for things to click. It's still technically a brand new team. I mean, outside of practice and those joint practices, it still hasn't been real for him yet. And since that Buffalo game, the 4 plays that you mentioned earlier, I mean, 300 yards, 400 yards, maybe, hopefully later in the season. But I'm with you, Leon. I'm thinking like maybe 225 through the air, 2 touchdowns, and I think there'll be at least 1 pick.
Oh no!
Tackle him by his ankles. You'll end him up. That's all you have to do.
We lost Vinny.
Wow.
Did I just freeze?
There you are.
I got the gist of
wow,
what
look
you're
at
saying.
that. That's like a ventriloquist.
Yeah, but no, he's right, though. His I think what he was trying to say is that the 49ers defense is also elite. So, if anybody could attack them, it's definitely the 49ers defense. But yeah, I think it's going to be a very run-heavy game. But I do think that we're going to have those 1 or 2 highlight reel throws, like the big 50-yard bomb to Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, maybe.
That's what I'm looking at, man. I look at Peyton Manning, first game, man, like legit game against what was the Ravens? We threw, 7 touchdowns? Then Brady just lighting up, was it the Saints, the first game that he played? I look at Aaron Rodgers as the same thing. I mean, yes, we got to give the Niners defense respect, but oh man, let's not forget who our quarterback is. I look at him, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think it's probably going to be north of 350. 3
in
touchdowns in week 1. Absolutely. The guy cannot wait. He's home.
Okay.
This is an away game for the New York Jets, the New York Jets fans. This guy, he's home. That is his soil right there in San Francisco out west. And it's grass. That's what we need at MetLife. And that's what Aaron Rodgers has been used to for so many. I'll catch it right.
He got you.
Got me. Wow, I'm looking at that. Is he going to throw an interception? Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to get too crazy, but no. I look at that as probably 250, 275, even that much more. What did Trey Wingo say? He's a strange fella, meaning it can go so many different ways, but I think he's all in, man. Like he is so focused.
This is actually what Trey Wingo. This is actually what Trey Wingo said. Just saying.
Yeah, we put him to the great guy. What a great guy, Trey Wingo, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show last week. He just brought the fire. There was so many fans that they were talking, they were upset. We brought him right on, and he spoke to all of them, man. That's the beauty of this show. Like whenever we have a guest, guys, feel free. We throw the link on there.
He's a numbers guy.
It's a numbers guy. It's normal.
So ask him, what do you think in Aaron Rodgers for week 1?
I think it'd be a run heavy game. If he gets 220, it'd be a good game for him. It all depends. If he's forced to be throwing left and right, they're going to be putting pressure on him. He's going to try to get rid of the ball quickly. So that's where Conklin comes in. That's where Brees comes in for short passes. There's just got to be. They have to establish that run game. We got to see what this offensive line does against that defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's come down to. Otherwise, they're going to feed on him.
I'm going to throw a wild card in there. I'm going to throw Izzy in there for screens. He brings it.
I don't think Izzy plays. I'm sorry.
I don't think he's suiting up either.
I don't think Izzy plays.
He's suiting up. He's absolutely suiting up.
Yeah.
Again, you need different dimensions for this game. You have to. Izzy brings breaking tackles. You know,
Izzy also played against third-team players in the last game. That's the only time when he performed. So we're talking top defense here. You need a guy like Braylon Allen who's going to pound these guys because of his size. That's the guy you want to count on.
You need a finesse.
Do you think that Isaiah Davis suits up?
I think so.
You think they're going with three running backs?
They like him as well. He's a big pounder as well. So, and then you don't know what to do. You want to throw different schemes at them, how they're going to react.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that. I'm surprised Izzy even made the team, to be completely honest.
Yeah. I think they're still looking to trade him, but that's me.
He's elusive, man. I wouldn't give up on him that quickly, man. I mean, I remember Bilal Powell when he started his rookie year. He did not look too good, man. Year 2,
sorry guys,
fell into his own.
You're good.
It's okay. But
did you hear my stats for when he came, or did it cut me off?
I think he got cut off.
Yeah. Your lips were moving, but I can't hear what you're saying.
No, I gotta pay my
That's
cable
from Pink
bill.
Floyd.
So no, I was saying before this damn thing cuts me off again. I don't expect his numbers to be mind blowing. I'm thinking like 225 through the air, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Rust is going to be expected. It's the nature of the beast.
Yep.
Man, come on,
It's
fellas.
It's playing with a whole new offensive line against a real team. So don't expect unless they're really giving him time to throw. It's going to be tough to get the 350 that you're thinking of.
It's going to happen. I mean, you have the offensive line that has been gelling this entire offseason. I think we're overlooking that. It's been a very long time that we haven't had an offensive line that had that cohesion. Normally, we were missing a left tackle like last year, the left tackle walks in a week before the season starts, a preseason week and a half. No one really knows each other. And then they're trying to put everything together on a Monday night. And then the whole Aaron Rodgers thing happens. Right now, I think all 5 of them know each other very well. They're ready to protect the hell out of them. They're ready to open holes for Brees, for Braylon Allen, for Izzy.
You think Fashion is going to be rotated in?
Yes. Absolutely. Maximum protection, man.
I'm going to say no.
I don't think so.
No?
Really?
This side of the screen is set.
No. What would be the reason to bring him in? What would be the reason to bring him in?
The only reason that he does come in is if they're blowing out the 49ers.
Some real game action. Why not? I'm sure
there's
some packages.
This is not time to give him real time action. You want to win the game.
I'm sure there's some type of package they're going to bring him in on, like a goal line or something.
Yeah.
I think the only time he comes in this season is like when, besides an
extra point.
Well, yeah, maybe that, and then. No, but I think like the only time is like if it's like a blowout, if they're winning 35-7 or something like that, like a situation like that, then he'll definitely get in.
Yeah, when's the last time we were able to say that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I don't think we ever did.
You just make
would
sure.
You consider the Patriot game
protect your quarterback?
What's that?
Make sure you bring in a rookie against a defense like this. That
you're asking for it. Yeah, you're asking.
I don't think you're rotating him in. You're just placing him in there for, again, like maybe a swing man, right? That's what they call him. You put him in
swing
there. Swing tackle. Right. Sorry, wrong party.
Does that
to get him real game action?
Yeah, that's it. You throw him in there, sweep to the right side.
Are you taking Tyron out?
No, you keep him in there.
So who are you taking out?
It's an extra lineman there.
an extra like on a goal line play.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure there's a way they could get him on the field, even if it's on special teams.
What is like a special teams or goal line really helping him with though at swing tackle?
Just push the defensive
He
line
knows
up.
how to push. He pushes.
Push it real
I
good.
don't know if that benefits him in any way.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna get on the field at some point.
does the
Tyron's
push.
not gonna
He
play
likes to do
17 games. It's not realistic.
He does the big push. I get it. Okay, but
That's what I'm saying. I mean, tush push maybe something.
we start pushing.
I forgot about didn't the league outlaw that?
I don't know.
Tush pushes Tyron. It's like, yo, wrong guy, man.
We have a decent back,
You totally missed the assignment.
line, so which is good.
That would so be the Jets. That would so be the Jets.
Completely. A quarterback sneak while instead of pushing the quarterback,
I want to see
pushes
Rutgers.
the left
Tyron
tackle.
is just
Do
Tyron
well
goes
this
far.
He's
I
like,
want
hey,
Rutgers
yo,
gone.
pause.
Yeah, and are they going to claim anybody else off waivers for tight end? Because outside of Conklin, this tight end room sucks.
Didn't
This
we
is
get
something I
one
want
guy?
to.
We
With
got
Clemson-
one.
It was an injured reserve, right?
Bo is on IR, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Right.
We
And
got
that
some-
allowed to bring up.
I remember Salah said that Ruckert had a litany of injuries.
litany.
A litany
God.
of injuries.
Like, they can't draft the tight end for the Ruckert's terrible. Kuntz is worse,
Kuntz is,
Right.
he's not even on
Kuntz
the team
got
right
cut.
now, right? Yeah, he did.
And
get
I think they stashed him on the practice team, didn't they? Or he's
Something
gone
like
altogether.
I don't know, and I'm really concerned if he is or not, because he
Yeah,
hasn't shown it.
if he's coming into a game, I think we have.
I'm just shocked they couldn't figure out a way to
problems.
use that
Didn't
guy.
they
Isn't he
sign-
like 6'8"?
They
Didn't
tried
they-
to use him.
Yeah.
They tried. There's not much to use.
How about that last game where Martinez threw that nice pass and it went right through his hands, and they made it as if he couldn't reach it. It was right through his
Yeah.
hands.
Right
There's a reason why he went 7th round, I guess.
Exactly. But then they signed that kid from
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. Yeah,
That's the guy. Bates.
Yep.
But he's
Yeah,
more of a
Bates.
blocker, right?
Brandon
He's more-
Bates.
Yeah, he's
Brandon
more of a
Bates.
blocker.
Bates Hotel. That's another guy. Again, right. He's like another blocker and whatnot.
Yeah.
We're just hopefully, Conklin stays healthy. This is a year that Ruckert has to perform. He has to put it all together. And
I don't think it's a matter of putting it together. He's got to be on the field. That's
be on the field. That's another thing.
It's a matter of
another thing,
availability.
That's
know?
the thing.
Conklin's a fantasy sleeper. I got him in the 16th round in my league. Nobody was looking at him.
Yeah, I have Conklin too. Actually, he's one of my tight ends.
Mhm.
I have him, and who's my other one? I don't even remember. Oh, Trey McBride.
A guy who should have been a Jet, Afram.
Yeah,
Should
Afram.
have been.
And who do we take?
Some punter from
Not him.
Louisville.
Yeah. Braden Mann, I think. Right?
He went in the second round, didn't he?
Trey McBride.
Yeah.
Didn't
Trey
he go in the
McBride?
Third round? Yeah, didn't he go?
Did he
in
go
the
second
third?
round?
Third
Early second
round.
round?
Third round.
Was that
He
2020
was a
or
very tough
tight end in that
2021?
draft.
Yo, let me ask you
There was
guys,
somebody.
like,
There was one other tight end higher than him ranked in that draft. McBride was
think that
number
was Kyle
2, if I'm not
Pitts.
mistaken. There you go.
That's the
Lively,
guy.
I think.
That was 2021. So then I think we took in the second round. We took Elijah Moore. I think so.
Probably. Yeah,
think so.
exactly. That was a
Yeah,
great
because 2021, the first round pick was Zach, and then pick 2, I believe, was. I could be wrong. I mean, like going
pick.
back. now.
AVT. Oh no, that was the year after. The AVT, right?
I don't know.
Something like that. But the
Whatever.
chat is bringing up
Whatever.
a really good one here. So
The holdout guy is bringing up a good point. Or hold in, I guess.
Oh,
because he
yeah.
was here. The Holden
So
guy.
he's saying that if Rodgers throws for 350, it could be a blowout on either side. I don't see a blowout here, man. I don't look at it at a game like that. Again, I should know better. Shoot, you know what I mean? As a Jet fan, I shouldn't say it's impossible, but I don't see it. I don't see a blowout on both sides. It'd be great if the Jets do it. Kind of like when we opened up against Detroit with Sam Darnold's first start.
We need to have
Armand, who
some
did we
blowout
take in the
wins this
second
year.
round in 2022?
Hmm?
Armand has got the McBride was in the second round, pick 55. Who did we take in the second round in 2022, Armand?
Let's see.
He'll look it up.
Did we have a second
He's
round?
the stat man.
I think it was Elijah Moore. Oh no, it wasn't Elijah.
No. We look like idiots right now because somebody knows. All
Yeah.
right, so all right. We had Sauce,
Right.
and it's
Oh, Brees Hall.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the third?
No, he was second. We moved up to get him
Oh,
Yeah.
right
before Buffalo.
Wow, man.
And they were actually trying to move back up into the first round to grab Brees right at the tail end, and they were fortunate to get him in the second.
Yeah, we're definitely going under 1,000 subscribers for that one.
Yeah. You don't know the amount of people we had to pay to get there.
Yes. We'll give you $5.
If that's
But,
the case, I wasn't one of them.
Yeah, it's on delay.
We'll get that money for your cable bill. Don't worry.
Sean's right. Sean, if we do something like this, are you down?
Oh,
We don't know the trivia.
Trivia.
We're asking trivia questions that we don't know the answers to. You can say anything.
You can say anything.
So
Exactly. Who did the Jets get in 1982 in the second round? Joe Namath?
Mickey
Lance
Shula.
Mel.
Exactly.
Lance Mel?
Mel? No, because he was on that team in '82. He wasn't a rookie.
It was
He
4
was
years
he
before
was
I
a
was
hell of a
even born.
linebacker, that's for sure. I think he was a 79 or 80, I think. Lance Mel.
Nice. Well, we're gonna
Dan,
we're gonna
whose
start-
jersey is that? Is that actually Rodgers or is that Mark Brunell? Because Rodgers
no, that's
never wore that.
It's Rodgers.
He never wore that jersey.
It's Rodgers.
He wore.
Oh,
it.
you
He's wearing it now.
customized it? No, but I'm saying Rodgers never wore that jersey.
He's never worn the green. He's never worn the black, and we wear those.
He will next year
He will.
if we're following patterns.
I'm
The Jets
surprised
kind
he
of throw out the white ones this year, just like they did the whole green white ones last year. They came up with the green 80s, and next year 100% they bring in this one.
Yeah.
So,
Armand is
well,
our
no,
sugar
they are.
daddy.
They're,
He's also
aren't
Slim
they-
Daddy. He said earlier.
They're wearing that. They're wearing that versus Buffalo this year on a Thursday night game, aren't
The
they?
white one, the white
I'm
one.
gonna
Yep.
be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
That
there.
one.
That's
Oh,
the game.
God,
I'm
we're
That
going
should
to.
be their
choppy
uniform
again.
all the time.
yeah. No, you got the brothers there. Well, I mean, like Quinn and
Quincy.
Quincy. That's what I mean. Don't
I
Literally.
don't know why don't they wear the same uniform all the time? I like that white.
No.
you know what? Let's spice it up a let
Uh-oh.
let's bring
Yeah,
Charles
I have
in here.
before you
Yeah.
do that, there's just
Okay.
something I want to mention. Like when you customize that Rodgers jersey, I'm surprised you didn't customize it for Browning Nagel.
I did, and my
Oh, dude.
tailor's like, "Don't do this to me again. Don't do that, please."
Brownie name.
Please
No.
stop.
Please
we
stop
don't.
this.
We don't need your business if this is what you're gonna do.
I can't do it. I was like, "All right, Rodgers, it is." I think
Charles!
Vinny, did you bounce Vinny or he bounced?
He keeps bouncing himself. Well, I think Optimum is bouncing him.
yes, yes.
Charles,
My man. Before we go off, we wanted to just say hello to you, man. What's going on, Charles?
Not much. I'm going to be 30 next Tuesday. So
Congratulations.
Right, and the Jets are going to be 1-0, baby.
hopefully, man, just got to keep hoping and praying.
So what do you think?
I'm watching the Yankee game right now. They're up 7-1 over the Texas Rangers.
nice.
Some things never change, man. Those Yankees.
I've been following them more than I've been following the Jets. Well, let me rephrase that. I've been following them longer. That was the first professional sports team I ever fell in love with.
It's probably better for your health.
Much better. Much better. Better
Not
than
so
being the
much in
Mets.
recent years, but I get it.
We have nothing to prove in the last couple of years either.
No.
Well, you had a good manager in Buck Showalter, and I like your new one, Carlos Mendoza.
Oh, you share a birthday with Armand. Armand's birthday.
Oh,
Didn't know that.
nice. Look at that.
We're gonna
Trivia. Jets trivia.
Dan, so next Tuesday we're gonna do a birthday party.
I'm down.
Charles, you want to come on next Tuesday for your birthday? We'll do a little birthday party on here. With
Sure,
Armand?
that's fine. Listen,
And
hopefully
it's-
Haasan Reddick shows up before
It's-
week 1.
It's the day after week 1, so we could talk about it. We could be very angry. We could be very happy.
He's gonna pop out of your cake.
Yes,
So-
That would be creepy yet mysterious at the same time.
I'd like to see that though.
I'm telling you, he's gonna
If
do
a
it.
woman jumped out of my cake, that would be different.
I want Haasan Reddick popping out of a cake Monday night and sacking Purdy for some more num nums. You know what I mean? It's
Shane Banaway, what did he say? He said he's more of a hockey guy. That's fine. Not everyone likes baseball, you know. Maya
There's no flying
Behavior
in
is a
baseball.
diehard basketball fan. She loves the Knicks.
Come on, Armand. I'll pay you if I have to. I'll pay you for your birthday.
You know,
I'll incentivize it. Like however minutes you're on is the amount of money I'll give you. If you're on for
Right.
20 minutes, I'll give you $20. You know.
no. I think money don't work for Armand. Armand is freaking rich as it
He
is.
wants guaranteed money.
He
No,
is very rich.
he wants actual electrical work from you, Liam, so that this fire hazard apartment doesn't
All
go
he-
up in
All he
flames.
has to do is clean it. He
He
always has to
needs
do
a
is
sub
clean it.
panel.
I also want to congratulate you in person for reaching 1,000 subscribers. I know I commented on it on your YouTube channel. You guys deserve it.
My
Hopefully,
man.
I get there one day.
Hell
We're
yeah,
working on it,
man.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Absolutely. Thank you,
It took
Charles.
me
That
a
means
while,
a lot.
man. I've been doing this since 2020, man. Like I used to sit like next to like my my nightstand.
Oh, you did this since the last year of Adam Gaze. I feel your pain, man. That shit was one of the worst years of my life.
But like as much as it sucks, like it's not bad for content creating because you could always complain about something, you know, like it's gonna be a different pace this year, like being all happy and everything. I'm used to, you know, I slipped with the F-bomb earlier. That's normally like a normal occurrence by week 3,
Right.
you know. So it's gonna be exciting though, man. And you're doing big things, man. I see you on Jake all the time. I see your show, I see your channel. How's Jake doing? Good.
Guessing you guys aren't on speaking terms.
I don't think being
Jake's
him-
doing fine, man.
Oh.
Jake's doing good.
Okay. I got worried there, man. You know,
I was watching the Yankee game. They just hit a 2-run homer with the Texas Rangers.
Oh,
Yeah,
and so it begins.
He was on my channel this earlier today, where I was doing one of my videos, like my live streams.
Armand is Slim Shady.
I've been so disconnected with baseball. Is Bernie
I have
Williams
been.
still playing?
Is Bernie Williams still playing? No, he retired a long time ago, man.
Maybe
My
Ted
Spanish
Williams.
teacher from high school loved Bernie Williams, and I don't blame her. He was one of my favorites too.
He used to play the guitar. I tried to get
He
him.
still
to the
does,
wedding.
actually.
He said
We
no.
should get him on the show.
We should. Him-
Nothing to do with the Jets.
My
It is
dad
actually-
really liked. I mean, my dad's favorite Yankee of all time is Thurman Munson.
He was a good running back for the Buffalo Bills. He was very good.
You mean O.J. Simpson?
Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas.
Oh, I said
OJ
Thurman
was
Munson.
also a very good running back for the Bills, but
Yes, he was.
Isn't
I'm
that
trying to-
Frankenstein?
I don't know where this show is going anymore. My girl's a big Bills fan. I'm trying to get her an OJ jersey. It's hard to find. It's very hard to find.
Who's a Bills fan?
DH gated. You'll get any jersey you want.
I could give you the number
the
to
Bills fan?
Taylor.
Your
My girl-
girlfriend?
Yeah.
I'm gonna custom it for your girl. Okay, nice Bills jersey, number 32, and Nagel on the back.
Your girlfriend's a Bills fan? Well, as long as she loves you, that's all that matters.
That's right. That's right. She went up to college close to Buffalo, so she kind of. I told her, and she just likes to like screw like with me and my dad. She's like, I'm not rooting for the Jets. I don't blame her.
Why?
I don't blame her. But
Yeah,
I
Sean-
told her anyone. I said just not the Dolphins and not the Patriots. I said the Bills, like whatever, you know.
Wow,
Made a
like-
joke
I
about
mean,
it.
you know who was also a good running back for the Bills? Travis Henry.
Wow, Sean Bennett, man. Sean Bennett is like the Chuck Woolery here. He's like
Yeah.
Chuck Wolf.
not good here. The love connection.
Dumper quick. Sean, you're a jerk.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Vinny,
I'm not
so
dumping.
sorry. Yep, it does. Optimum sucks. Not good.
Make sure you get your gloves.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Serious?
that's great.
She drives a white Bronco. Yeah, we're gonna go out with this thing.
Oh my gosh.
How long have you been dating her, man?
6 years.
Nice.
God bless you, man.
It's
She had a
yeah,
You're doing
run
better than me.
you. She had a better run than you have.
yeah. That's what I'm
Well-
saying. You know, I was like, too bad. You know, this isn't like 10 years earlier. Otherwise, you know, it'd be just as big of a dumpster fire as it's been.
Well, I mean, come on. The Jets have the Bills number. You know what I mean? So like
At least at home they do.
at least at home, but even over there, man, like I wouldn't look at past us going
probably
late into
watching.
Buffalo and winning the game. Aaron Rodgers, man, he plays so well in the cold, man. I mean,
When the Jets get a ring, she'll get a ring.
wow.
Well, that's nice. You said when the Jets get a ring, she gets a ring. Come on, man. Where's the class in that?
Wow.
I don't know. I hope she's not watching right now. She might be.
Oh my God.
Well, we'll
Those are
know
some
next
high
time you have the show
standards.
if it's only Dan on.
right, exactly. After burned.
Dan is
Yeah,
going
after burn.
Oh my
Captain Burner.
yeah.
Wait, we'll have to do the. How do I do it?
What's that?
Hold on. Where's the camera thing for this?
Oh wow, he just left. I guess.
I forgot who the gentleman was next to me. Who was he?
Vinny.
Vinny. Oh yeah, he's a nice man. I like him a lot.
He's a good one. He's a good one.
Is he a
Charles,
Met fan?
He is a Yankee fan. Big Yankee fan.
Oh, I thought you were a Met fan, sir. My apologies.
No. I was a Met fan until I found the Red Sox.
Guess we can't be friends anymore. Just kidding.
You're not a Sox fan.
No, I'm not. All right. He's asking me if I could add him back on. How do I add him on? Like, all right, here's the link. Let me see here. You're offline, dude. There we go. So I can't wait for the season to start already, man.
I can't. When's the first? No, I heard
Thursday.
the first game is coming on Peacock, which to me is stupid.
What do you mean?
Like the first NFL game's streaming on Peacock. I don't have Peacock.
First game this season. Well, on Thursday night?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it's streaming on Peacock. I could be wrong, but I think it's like the Eagles and the Bills. I think I don't know. It's been a
Nice. There he is. There he is. So after Liam's girlfriend heard about that certain comment, Liam right now has been mummified and placed onto a wheelchair for no particular
damn
reason.
it, Liam. You should have kept your mouth shut and keep it the way it is.
Hello.
Liam, it is what it is. Now, almost final predictions until we open up shop on Thursday. All right, what happens next Monday night? What are we doing?
Winning. Period.
Winning.
Hopefully, we win.
Charles, we're winning.
Hopefully, man. But more important, I want to see a competent team show up to play. I'm tired of the team looking cool. It's like, what are we doing, man? Oh, tired of that
Where did
crap.
he go? Which way did he go?
Yeah, exactly. I'm tired of that crap. But hopefully the offensive line is good. I've been preaching for a good offensive line for quite some time. Hopefully we don't get too severe injuries, and that's all I'm going to say for now.
Physical therapy, Liam, what do you think? We winning or losing?
Somebody muted me.
No, you're
You're on.
talking. You're talking.
No, it said mute. I don't know. I'm just a litany of injuries.
Man, she took a bat. She totally Nancy Kerrigan you.
Yeah.
She waited for you to get off the ice, and she just whacked you. She's Italian,
Happens.
isn't she?
It happens.
Anyway, guys, listen.
No,
we're gonna
I do think that we're gonna win though. Seriously though.
Have a good day, guys.
Okay, take care.
go.
I do think we're gonna win.
Charles said, "I'm out of here."
He's like, I don't want any part of
He's
this.
like, I don't want none of that.
Oh
man.
yeah, I did kind of screw myself. I just wanted to stop my camera, and I ended up like kicking myself out, and I couldn't get back in. The amount of times I've done that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, seriously though, I do think that we're gonna win. I really do.
By how much?
I think I think we're gonna go 28-21. No, 28-24. I'm gonna say 28-24. Yeah.
Armand.
But I do have Greg Zerline on my fantasy team, so field goals do help.
It may
particularly-
come down to that.
Hell yeah,
Particularly long field goals would be nice.
What's
That's the
up
thing.
with
I don't trust them like with like a 20-yarder, but like 60 yards. Yeah, we got this.
What's Peacock?
I call it the cock for short.
It's like Hulu. It's a service.
You gotta be
they have
kidding me.
they have mostly NBC shows on there. I think they're owned by NBC.
They are. Yep.
It's a paid service.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because I think they're getting everything that's on Friday.
Yeah, and
which
somehow
might be
I'm
a
sorry, go ahead.
Jet game on Friday after Thanksgiving. I think they're doing that again, right?
Somehow we
Jets
went
aren't
from
doing this.
like 112 views to 12. See what happens when I get hurt.
100%.
Oh, man.
Totally.
Wow.
That is what it is.
The 12 that stuck around are real fans.
That's it. I mean, if you guys haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, notification bells as well.
Dan, what do you think? Who do you think's winning?
We are gonna win at least, I think, 34-17.
Yeah, it's just
Starting up 1-0.
you're very
I'm
optimistic.
Excited. Absolutely, man. I'm waiting. We've been waiting, man. We've been waiting.
Have a good night, Sean.
It is what it is. I'm stoked. I'm ready to go. Guys, listen, I got to get ready for work tomorrow.
Yep.
So it was a fun night. Huge thank you to all the subscribers. Again, we made it to 1,000. Guys like Afram,
guys.
Man,
Thank
Armand,
you, man.
Vinny, Charles, all you guys, man. Thank you so much. And again, we're going to be live on Thursday night. So while the game is on, there's, the regular season kicks off. We're going to be on as well. So call
Trying to
in.
get a 49ers fan on a podcast. I could try. They're not answering me. I don't know what to do.
Very
I
difficult.
hit up
I'm going to miss most of that game on Monday.
Monday?
Oh yeah, why is that?
I'll be in San Antonio on a business thing, and they have some conference between 7:30 and 9:30 Central Time.
What are you
I don't know what's
talking about?
going on during that time. So that's 8:30 to 10:30 Eastern Time.
Right.
Just watch it on your phone, like in the meeting.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about that, but I got to be careful. Got to be very careful.
Wear like a little headpiece, and I'll be giving play-by-play commentary in your ear.
Why, you going to stream it?
No, but
Oh,
I
okay.
will.
Can't do that.
If you want, though, I'll get your number and I'll give you play-by-play in your ear as the game's going on. I got you.
I don't have to DVR the game, Armand. I could just go with those 15-minute highlights that they do on YouTube, which is more than I need.
Yeah,
I just want them to win at that point.
Win the game, man.
Just
Exactly.
win the game.
Win the freaking game.
You play to win the game.
Yes, Herm.
Just win the damn game.
Let's do it. Have a good night, everybody.
You as well. Congratulations again, Dan. And
Thank you, man.
Let's do
Be
it.
well.
Go Jets.
Quarterback, Ken O'Brien of California Davis.
Just 14 that first time, now going long. They got a wide open man, and he makes the catch. It's Braylon Edwards taking off. Braylon Edwards will take it home for the touchdown. 80. First down in San Diego territory at the 47-yard line. Big draw. And Pennington going for 6.